of days ago, I dropped a video covering all the upcoming anime for fall of 2025. And honestly, aside from a few hidden gems, the lineup looked kind of meh. But hear me out, please. This is just the calm before the storm. Because once winter 2026 hits, we're about to be buried under a tsunami of absolute bangers. The hype is real, and the lineup is stacked. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into the most anticipated anime of winter 2026. To start off, we have Yuusha Party, wo Oidasareta Kiyoubinbou, which translate as The Hero Party Banished Me, a genius support guy, so I'll start a slow life. This one's a mouthful, but trust me, it's shaping up to be one of the coziest fantasy adventures of the year. Our protagonist is that classic support character who gets kicked out of the hero's party despite being the one holding everything together. Instead of spiraling, he decides to build a peaceful life on his own, and accidentally becomes overpowered in the process. Expect clever world building, charming side characters, and that oh so satisfying I'll show them what they lost energy. So if you're a nerd like me who will eat up any show of the fantasy genre, get ready, cause this one is gonna be fun. And we have Hell Mode. The hardcore gamer dominates in another world with garbage balancing. This title sounds like it was generated by smashing random Isekai tropes together, and honestly, that's exactly why it's gonna be fun. This one follows Alan, a gaming addict who gets reincarnated into a new world with the most useless sounding abilities imaginable. But instead of giving up, he does what every true gamer does. He grinds, and then grinds some more. And after grinding so much that it hurts, this trash build becomes utterly broken. The adaptation is being handled by JC staff who I'm either gonna love or absolutely despise, depending on how the One Punch Man Season 3 ends up looking. If they do the training montages and level up sequences right, this could be a total hype fest. This is one of those series that lives and dies by how satisfying its progression feels. It's gamey, it's over the top, and that's exactly why it's on my radar for 2026. After that, we have Every Day of the 29-Year-Old Single-Person Adventurer. Alright, my single and ready-to-mingle adventurers of the world, this one's for you. This show follows our not-so-young hero navigating dungeons, social life, and the brutal truth of being 29 in a fantasy world where everyone seems to be getting married or leveling up faster than you. That really hurt to say. The charm here isn't just in the dungeon crawling or the loot, it's in the relatability. Comedy gold, if you will. Expect hilarious NPC interactions, dungeon misadventures, and a protagonist who's painfully relatable yet strangely inspiring. It's funny, a little sad, and totally binge-worthy for anyone who's ever felt behind in life. I know I do, even in a world full of magic. Up next, we have Misanthropic Teacher in Demi-Human Classroom. Now, here's a series with bite. This anime throws you into a world where humans and demi-humans coexist. But let's be honest here, the students are nightmares and the teacher is an even bigger one. And the best part of this series is that it doesn't hold back. It's funny, clever, and just a little cruel. Expect epic trolling moments, student chaos, and a teacher who's both a genius and a grump. Next, we have The Invisible Man and his soon-to-be wife. Switching gears to romance again, but with a supernatural twist that's pure anime gold. The Invisible Man and his soon-to-be wife follows a man cursed with invisibility, and the cheerful exorcist who can actually see him. What starts as a quirky encounter slowly blossomed into one of the sweetest, most unique romances you'll see in anime. Toka, the invisible guy, finds his world turned upside down by Hisame's kindness and persistence, leading to hilarious moments and surprisingly emotional ones too. PA Works is animating this series, and you know that means it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. So gorgeous. Their attention to lighting and atmosphere fits this love story perfectly, especially with the protagonist who's literally invisible half the time. Expect soft humor, adorable romantic beats, and a genuinely refreshing take on the classic opposites attract trope. This is the kind of series that sneaks up on you, warms your heart, and just refuses to let go. Then we have You and I Are Polar Opposites. Alright, time for a genre switch. Let's talk romance. Wait, we just talked romance. Whatever. It's snatching season. What can I say? You and I Are Polar Opposites is the upcoming shoujo rom-com that's already melting hearts with its trailers. This isn't just another generic popular girl ex quiet boy story. It's a genuinely sweet, funny, and surprisingly grounded look at two people from different worlds slowly crashing into each other's lives. The series follows Azusa, a bright and outgoing girl, and Toma, a stoic, quiet kind of guy, who's basically allergic to social interaction. Classic. What starts as a simple act of kindness slowly turns into an adorable, awkward, and emotional sincere romance. It's wholesome, warm, and just so easy to fall for. In a year packed with action and dark fantasy, Polar Opposites might just be the chill, heartwarming series everybody needs. Next, we've got Into the Clear Moonlit Dusk. Alrighty, shoujo fans, now's the time. Here's your call-up, because In the Clear Moonlit Dusk is about to become 2026's prettiest romance anime. The manga has already built a strong fanbase thanks to its elegant art style and unique characters, and now Cloverworks is bringing that magic to the screen. And at this point, I'm convinced that if there is any slice of life series that needs to be done justice, just hand it to Cloverworks. But don't give them any action-packed stuff like The Promised Neverland, because good grief, we all know how that ended. Anyways, this series follows a tall, princely girl who's admired like a handsome hero by her classmates. But underneath that image is a girl, a woman, who longs to be seen for who she truly is. Enter Ichimura, a boy who isn't intimidated by her charm, and slowly, the relationship begins to unfold like a gentle moonlit waltz. It's elegant, it's heartfelt, and it might just steal the spotlight from bigger names this year. Then we have the Darwin Incident. I feel like the Law and Order sound effect should be here. The Darwin Incident. Now, this is one of the most talked about manga adaptations out there right now. Finally making its way to anime, the Darwin Incident isn't your usual shonen or rom-com. It's a razor-sharp thriller that mixes intense social commentary with gripping drama and suspense. The story follows Charlie, a half-human, half-chimpanzee, who was rescued from an animal rights terrorist group and raised as a human. But as he enters high school, both extremists and the media target him, turning his very existence into a symbol in a clash between ideologies. Which studio is handling this adaptation, and that alone is enough to raise expectations sky high. Their clean, expressive animation style fits perfectly with the story's tense, emotional, heavy tone. This isn't a tale of superpowers, it's a story about identity, prejudice, and the dangerous ways humans justify cruelty in the name of ideals. So watch out, because this one has the potential to be the breakout seinen of 2026. Next, we have Hell Teacher. Hell Teacher Nube, Part 2. Now this is a blast from the past. Hell Teacher Jigoku Sensei Nube made its comeback in 2026, and it was awesome. And it will be returning with its Part 2 in 2026. This show was a cult classic from the 90s, and its art style literally carries that 90s aesthetic perfectly. This supernatural horror comedy follows a kind-hearted but slightly goofy teacher who also happens to have a demon hand he uses to protect his students from all kinds of yokai, ghosts, and curses. Expect updated yokai designs that'll scare the crap out of you, emotional arcs that remind you why Nube is one of the most underrated mentors in anime, and that perfect mix of spooky atmosphere and wholesome classroom vibes. The manga had everything. Creepy ghost stories, life lessons, unexpected emotional gut punches, and if the anime captures even half of that magic, we're in for something special. Then we have the Dangers in My Heart movie. Yep, it's time to bring out the diabetic pills, because this anime has to be one of the sweetest and most wholesome shows I've ever seen. It's so sweet, I felt I was the bitter one watching it. And if you thought the anime series made your heart flutter, the movie's about to basically completely wreck your emotional defenses. Not gonna lie to you. Following the explosive popularity of Season 2, this film picks up right where the story left off, diving even deeper into the beautifully awkward, painfully real relationship between Kyotaro Ichikawa and Anna Yamada. And what made the series so special wasn't just the rom-com antics, it was how raw and genuine their growth felt. Kyotaro went from edgy loner to someone slowly learning to open up, while Yamada's cheerful exterior revealed layers of vulnerability that hit surprisingly hard. And now we're getting that emotional payoff on the big screen. Expect beautifully animated moments that linger on every smile, blush, and teardrop. The kind of scenes that make you want to pause time just to live in that moment just a little longer. Then we've got Fate Strange Fake. The Holy Grail War is back, but this ain't your usual Saber versus Gilgamesh showdown. Fate Strange Fake takes everything you know about the Fate series, cranks the weirdness dial to 11, and drops us into a fake Grail War in the United States with servants that range from legendary heroes to absolute enigmas. Produced by A1 Pictures, yes, you heard that right. It's A1 Pictures this time, not Ufotable. Probably because they're busy blowing up their budget with Demon Slayer, but anyways, the animation looks crisp, stylish, and packed with the kind of epic battles Fate fans live for. Yes, it's definitely not on the same level as Ufotable, but it's still definitely better than most of the shonen trash out there. So if you love Fate's mix of deep lore, insane fights, and morally great characters, then Strange Fake is about to be your new obsession. Next we have Chain Soldiers Season 2. Get ready, degenerates, it's our time to rise again! Because Chain Soldiers Season 2 is about to double down on everything Season 1 gave us. Wild battles, hotter waifus, and a power system that makes even shonen veterans raise their eyebrows. Season 1 ended with Yuki and Kyoka proving their synergy in combat, but Season 2 is where the stakes truly skyrocket. Because now we're about to meet enemies who make the last villains look like tutorial bosses. Studio 7 Arcs is returning, and based on earlier previews, the Sakuga moments are about to hit harder than Yuki's unique abilities. The manga arcs adapted here are packed with high-stakes battles, intense character moments, and let's be real, some fan service that's basically its own character at this point. Expect Yuki's relationship with Kyoka to evolve, and I'm not talking about the typical shonen development. If you thought Season 1 was a guilty pleasure, Season 2 is where it earns its hype, unapologetically over the top and ridiculously entertaining. So, get ready to be stepped on. Then we've got Golden Kamuy, Saishuushou. Oh, it's finally happening. After years of treasure hunts, blood-soaked betrayals, and some of the most unhinged comedy in historical anime, the final chapter is here to deliver the long-awaited grand finale. Sugimoto, Asirpa, and their ragtag band of lunatics are closing in on the hidden Ainu gold. But so are some of the most dangerous men in Japan. And trust me, when this series says final showdown, it means it. Golden Kamuy has always balanced dark historical drama with absurd humor. Seriously, no one does sudden butt jokes like this series. But Saishuushou cranks up the seriousness. This is where fates are decided, bonds are tested, and that treasure everyone's been killing for finally comes into play. Expect cinematic battles, tragic backstories revealed, in a finale that'll make you laugh, cry, and scream. Sometimes all in the same scene. This is the final hunt, and it's going to be legendary. So buckle up your seatbelt, because this is going to be one hell of a ride. Next we have Sentenced to Be a Hero. Now here's a dark horse to keep your eye on. Sentenced to Be a Hero takes your typical hero saves the world trope and throws it into a blender with grim politics, brutal fantasy, and some seriously twisted humor. The story follows a group of convicted criminals who are forced into becoming heroes and sent to fight terrifying monsters for society's sake. Studio EMT Squared is helming the adaptation, and from the trailer, it's looking absolutely phenomenal. The only show I think this show is remotely comparable to is Mushoku Tensei, and that's saying something. It looks like the show is going to heavily lean into gritty world building and morally gray storytelling. There's no shiny armor or chosen one destiny here. These are flawed, desperate people fighting to survive in a system that's already written them off. And having already read the source material, I'm super excited to finally see this series show on the big screen with proper justice. So if you had no idea about this anime, free up your schedule, because this one is a must-watch. Next up we have Hell's Paradise Season 2. Get ready to dive back into the most cursed island, because Hell's Paradise is returning, and it looks even bloodier, wilder, and more chaotic than before. Season 1 left us with cliffhangers sharper than Gabimaru's blades, and Season 2 promises to pick up right where the carnage left off. Now, back when Season 1 aired, I saw some people complaining about the show's animation, saying that it was underwhelming. Well, it looks like MAPPA heard that and decided to increase the animation quality by tenfold. Each scene looks breathtaking and intense. Yes, it's still not on the exact level of the animation as Jujutsu Kaisen or Chainsaw Man, but still, this looks better than 90% of anime out there. If you enjoyed Season 1 of the show, get ready, because this is gonna be 100 times more insane. Then we have Oshi No Ko Season 3. The anime that almost fell off after its first episode. Not because it was bad or something, it happened because the first episode of the show was so freaking good that it set a benchmark so high that a show of this genre was never supposed to reach in the first place. But that doesn't take away in the fact that this show is still damn good. If Season 1 shocked us with the first episode and Season 2 turned the entertainment industry into a chessboard of manipulation and dreams, then Season 3 is where things truly hit the fan. Aqua's revenge plot is spiraling into darker, messier territory. The animation studio has been absolutely nailing it with the adaptation, and they're not slowing down anytime soon. You anime-onlys can expect stellar performances, idle drama that'll make your jaw drop, and plot twists so sharp they could cut diamonds. This season is adapting one of the most intense arcs of the manga, where truths are unveiled, relationships are tested, and Aqua might just cross a line he can't uncross. So, Watch out for that. Next up, we have Fire Force Season 3 Part 2. Alrighty, Fire Soldiers, gear up. Part of Fire Force Season 3 is set to bring the grand finale of this explosive saga. David Production is back in the driver's seat, and if Part 1's animation was already high, Part 2 is going to be straight up cinematic. I can literally feel it in my bones. We're talking god-tier fights, insane power-ups, and some of the most hype moments Shonen has to offer. Manga readers know that these final arcs are absolutely wild. So if you've been riding with Fire Force since the start, 2026 is the year you get your reward. It's reportedly going to adapt all of the remaining chapters in this part, but I don't think they will be doing that. Because having such a huge franchise like Fire Force, I do not think the production team will be letting it go that easily. They'll at least go with one last movie to end it all. And seeing the numbers Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man are making at the box office, there's literally no way they're going to let this one slide. After that, we probably have the biggest show of 2026, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. Alrighty, brace yourselves. After the emotional destruction that was the Shibuya incident, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 is adapting the Culling Game arc, one of the craziest arcs in the entire manga. Yuji, Megumi, Yuta, Maki, everyone's back, baby. And this time, it's basically a royal rumble of cursed energy users, assassins, and walking trauma machines. MAPPA is once again animating this chaos, and if Season 2 already broke the internet, Season 3 might just delete it entirely. And they've been on an absolute roll. We will be seeing Chainsaw Man in the next couple of days, which looks like it's literally gonna melt our brains. And not to mention, we then have Hell's Paradise and Jujutsu Kaisen airing in the same season. Someone please check if the animators are still breathing, cause judging by how the trailer looks, I'm pretty sure none of the animators have touched grass for quite a while. Anyways, expect unhinged battles, shocking deaths, insane domain expansions, and enough plot twists to make your brain do backflips. The hype is real. This is the arc that changes everything in the Jujutsu Kaisen world. If you're not ready, get ready. And finally, we have Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, Season 2. It's back! It's finally back! Frieren Beyond Journey's End returns to continue Frieren's melancholic journey through time, magic, and memories. If Season 1 made you tear up with its quiet beauty, then Season 2 is about to emotionally roundhouse kick you straight in the soul. Last season ended with her stepping deeper into the first-class mage exam, and this new season promises even higher stakes battles and emotional gut punches. Studio Madhouse is back. And there are two things in life you should never doubt, one of which is Madhouse's animation, which will always be at its peak, no matter the show. And the other one is, Rent-A-Ho being absolute garbage, and what else was there to say? It's literally Frieren, the highest rated anime of all time, and by any chance if you still haven't watched this show, what is wrong with you? Go watch it right now. Well, that's the list for today, guys. If you made it this far, please be sure to comment down below on which anime you think should have been on this list. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and press that bell icon, and set us all to be notified about all our latest new videos. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.